So as I'm sure some of you know, I play Stasis Titan as my main class. And if you've read the patch notes from Bungie recently about how they're changing Stasis in the final shape, you will know that it's not gonna be good. At least for me. So the whole reason I play Stasis is for the cryoclasm aspect, which allows my slide to be much longer after I sprint for a little bit and then slide. This is super good for starting the Stasis Titan skate, which is a movement tech you can do with a weapon that, like, if you hold a weapon across your screen, you can do it, but if you hold one up to the top right of your screen, you can't, such as like a sidearm or a hand cannon. Other weapons it works with, but the point is, they're changing cryoclasm so that instead of the requirement being like 1 second of sprinting, now it activates instantly upon sliding, but it has a 4-second cooldown. And I'm sure the developers were sitting in their chairs like, wow, this is gonna make cryoclasm sliding a lot easier for everyone, because now you don't have to worry about sprinting and like how long you've sprinted. But they didn't think at all past that at any point. This is a huge nerf. Not only does it like take down the amount I can use cryoclasm, right? Because normally I could use it like every 1.5 to 2 seconds, like just by sprinting right after sliding, I could use it a second time. But even worse is the fact that it now activates instantly on slide. And you'd think that would be a buff, right? Because now you can just get out of a bad engagement without having to sprint into a wall or something first. But that was never really the problem. Now the problem is, if I slide into an engagement with cryoclasm, I start fighting somebody, I'm sliding around like I normally do. If my recharge ends in the middle of that engagement, I'll just randomly get a long slide that'll put me out in the open or get me killed somehow. Like, it is actually more dangerous to run cryoclasm now after the final shape change than it would be to just not in the first place. So what am I going to do about this? Well, I think I'm either going to have to switch from cryoclasm to Howl of the Storm, which, I mean, all this is really going to do for me is allow me to kill like certain like supers, like bubbles, wells, maybe a little easier, or get rid of like reses and stuff like that, because Howl of the Storm will allow my melee to be a little stronger and have freeze potential, which I don't have with this build already. Or I can switch to Sunbreaker. Striker, as I'm sure you know, is getting nerfed. The knockout is not going to heal you all the way. Now it is going to give you a little chunkier health. The lightning nades are also getting nerfed in their jolt capabilities. Sentinel Titan, Bubble is getting nerfed. It's not going to be nearly as potent and powerful, so there's really no point for me particularly to run it, because I don't like the neutral game for it. And Strand Titan, I think, is extremely cringe. And it's especially strong on controller because the Frenzied Blade melee, you can use it like you would a sword swing and go in any direction without changing where you're looking. You can't really do that on MEK, so there's no point for me running that one. But Sunbreaker, aside from it giving me the exact same stat bonuses that Stasis does, which allows me to just switch between the two subclasses if I really need to, which is nice, it also allows me the ability to do a couple of things. First of all, Burning Maul is a faster recharge super than Behemoth, which is insane to me considering Behemoth is completely unusable and Burning Maul is actually really good. But it also gets Ember of Singeing, which allows my grenade and melee, my grenade and melee to recharge my barricade faster. More barricades are always good, especially if I'm making up for the lack of an ice wall on this class. Thermite grenades are much stronger than the ice wall as well, because that provides me another lethality option, that provides me a source of damage that will continuously hit a target over and over. Whereas something like a lightning nade or a void wall, or not a void wall, a lightning nade or a void spike, something that you'd stick to a wall that would continuously damage a target, they could shoot that off the wall. But a thermite grenade, you just stick it on the floor and it'll continuously damage a spot over and over, and there's nothing the enemy can do about it. They can't shoot it out of the way. I mean, they can obviously move, but they can't prevent that damage from going where you want. Consecration is super useful in PvP. Now, not in neutral game. It sucks in neutral game. In fact, Hammer Strike for me is probably going to exclusively be for movement. But Consecration, when something comes around like a super that you can bait around a corner, or just to slam into a bubble or a well, Consecration actually is really good. Because if you hit both parts of it, it's guaranteed to A, do a bajillion damage, and B, cause whatever target you hit with both parts to ignite. And that will just insta-kill a bubble. That will do a lot of damage to a well at the very least. Not sure if it'll kill it after the update or not. We'll have to do some testing on that, but it's very strong if you save it for specifically endgame. It's very nice. Soul Invictus is obviously just good. If I happen to kill something with my solar abilities, I can then go recharge them faster. Other than that, just kind of standard class setup there. But the important thing here is that in PvP, there is something called not swap, where if you swap off your exotic armor, say like I wanted to run dunes all of a sudden, I would lose my super energy. But that's it though. I would just lose my super energy. I get to keep my Hammer Strike. So if I put on Paragons per se, very late game, I can just take my Hammer Strike into a bubble, and since Hammer Strike has a secondary effect where if I kill something with it, it causes an ignition, I can just delete things. You know what I mean? I feel like they kind of might have overlooked that a little bit with not swap. It probably should take all of your abilities, but no. It just takes your super, as of now, at least. So that is another utility on Sunbreaker that I don't get necessarily on the other subclasses. Now, Void's Shield Bash is good because it suppresses targets, which is really good. And obviously, a Final Blow gives you an Overshield, which is strong too. But the ability to cause an ignition on a kill, guaranteed with the shoulder charge ability, not even with a super or a nade, just something that can track and I can get a guaranteed kill on with Paragons, is super unique to Sunbreaker as well. Obviously, Sunbreaker also benefits very well from the neutral game of One-Eyed Mask, which I've been using recently. Not as much as Stasis Titan, due to the fact that Stasis Titan doesn't really have any other utility to give me all my health back and Overshield and whatever else. Obviously, Sunbreaker, like if I Hammer Strike or Thermite Grenade, kill somebody, Soul Invictus will allow me to go over to their corpse and get some healing off that, but on Stasis Titan, I benefited a lot from One-Eyed Mask just because when I was getting in there with Cryoclasm, which I won't be able to do in the future, I'm so sad, it allowed me to come out of there with full health and an Overshield and still be okay and take a second engagement, which is really good for like being the juggernaut on the team, which I more or less was. For our flawless game over the past weekend, I ended up using Shiver Strike more often than not to get kills, just due to the fact that when I did get in there, if I 3-tapped somebody and got my One-Eyed Mask Overshield, I was often met with a second player. Since it was Dissonance, there were a lot of angles to get pushed. So oftentimes I would have to use that One-Eyed Mask Overshield in combination with even faster movement like Shiver Strike to get a second kill. On Sunbreaker, I won't get that option as much for movement, but I will get the option for more lethality and abilities, and then faster barricade regen with those same abilities. So it's looking like a decent swap for me, at least. I know Behemoth is getting an update to Shiver Strike and the Super to make them more usable, but it's really not worth it for me, since I can't use Cryoclasm. And what really destroys this class is, like, since Cryoclasm is actually just a nerf to me after the change, if I did run Hallow the Storm, that's great, but then what do I do with the Hallow the Storm crystals or my Glacier crystals, you know what I mean? Like, I'd have to run, like, a different nade, maybe. Like, I wouldn't get to shatter these with my slide anymore. It's not exclusive, it's not, like, intrinsic to Stasis Titan that you can slide through your crystals. That's exclusive to Cryoclasm. So I don't know. I feel like it's not going to be worth it to me. I feel like I'm going to want to run Sunbreaker instead. Another huge benefit to Sunbreaker is if you look on my D2 armor picker here, this is apparently I own the armor to make this happen, especially with a faster super. That's really valuable. Triple 100s and the 3 stats that I really care about. I think I might end up doing this. In fact, I might just do it today. See what we can do with it. All right, so I just finished building out what I saw in D2 Armor Picker here. Looking really nice across the stat board. I think I'm gonna run a Rumble game or two, try it out, see how I feel about the subclass as it is now. Not the best map. Okay, good start. Maybe I should have got some coffee before this or something, huh? Got the usage of one-eyed mask there. Utility is beautiful. I want to get some Sunbreaker exclusive nonsense going on, but everyone's in the sky here. Oh, wow. Easy bake oven on the floor. Hello? We good here? Oh, okay! Awesome. I need some cover here to be able to get my ammo back. I want to get rid of this player so I can get in this room and get out of there, because that spot is so bad for me. Okay, out of the sky here. One-eyed mask comes in clutch so I can fight this player. Huge. Looking good. Some fool in a rift with a scout on. Did not mean to do that. Oh, did not mean to do that. I've got the Stasis Titan brain still equipped. Literally my first game with Sunbreaker ever, so cut me a little bit of slack, please. I was trying to bait out like a utility from that hunter that was shooting me, so that when I unpeaked with my, you know, supposed Stasis Titan melee, I'd be able to get out in time and make them waste utility, because I seem to be the most conscious player here. Did not work out in my favor, much as I'd hoped. I can get rid of that, good to know. And I got my fixed odds. Oh, the ornament actually changes the sight. It's better now, huh? And now we're in a pickle. Yeah, it's so much more open. Holy. I guess I'll just do a quick PSA that fixed odds is my favorite LMG in the whole game. Good lag or cheat. Dude, he caught me. I didn't think it'd be that obvious. I'm lagging and or cheating. Oh, well, that's not good. Okay. Yeah, I don't know the range of any of my abilities yet, but we'll figure it out. I want to gaslight the dude in my DMs, if possible here. Perfect. Baited the nade out. I don't really like what's happening here. I feel like I'm at disadvantage in this corner peek. I mean, I could spend my time getting this heavy here. Barricade's about to go away. Yeah, I'm beta shot out. Getting cover and take it up. Oh, no way! Unfortunate spawn. And now he's about to get heavy too. So I'm gonna have to look out for that spot. I'm also realizing that the point of this build was to be better in a team setting, and I'm not in a team setting, so that might be hindering my chances at success here. Hello? Oh. Okay. Maybe I am lag or cheat having. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I'm not exactly good with this subclass yet. Reason to be here. Oh, come on, no way you got that. Okay, I need to take this fight so I can get out of this corner. What is that? Yeah, that spawn is actually wild. Ain't looking great. Bro, I thought I had more time. Sucks. And he gets a million kills with that. Does Burning Maul cook that super? I wonder. I'll have to do some testing later. I know this thing does like a bajillion damage. I'll take a 15 streak. The worst spawn in the game. And it's our boy Baby here, Mr. Hacky Zader. I should have put a solar nade down that hole. Not used to having the option. Wonder if I can take this fight down on bottom right. Oh my god. Oh, he has AE. Doing his howl. That actually caught me directly off guard, as off my guard as I possibly could have been. Use this maybe? I can't. No, 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 no. I did not account for a second player being back here. Get me out. Hello. Hi. Nice to meet you. It's Ace Perk or Hawkman or something. It was a hexagonal buff, meaning I don't want to touch it. Can I do this? Ah, I can. Look at that. I feel like that should have made a sunspot, no? Or did it not count? It killed him with the ignition, maybe. I don't know. Not sure how it works. He actually died to that? I didn't expect that to work at all. Interesting. Okay. I didn't know that. So if you kill him with the ignition, it looks like it doesn't count as a solar ability kill, so it doesn't spawn a sunspot. Or maybe that's not true and I just don't know what happened at all. I guess I will test it out later when somebody on my clan is on. Oh, he lived that? That's crazy. I guess I didn't hit my shots in the middle of the engagement there. Yeah, I can't wait to try this out in a team setting. I'll probably get a vid out very quickly in the near future with one of my clanmates on. Whoa. I want to maintain the stairhead glitch if I can, but it looks like they're rotating all the way across the map here. I think I just got crisis inverted moment there. Missing 8 range on my god roll, and it's killing me 24/7. It actually destroys me half the time, it's so annoying. What does he have? A sword? Oh, guillotine with chain. I want one of those, but I'm not the luckiest man in the world. Unlike our Accusator baby here, who is the luckiest man in the world apparently. I have not seen those two perks together on a sword, let alone a gold one. Although, literally, this morning, or I guess this afternoon for me, Bungie changed it so it's double drop rates for the gold versions of weapons. I missed my nade and that made me kind of panic there, but, you know. That made it? Oh, it was not a nade, okay. That's not what I wanted to see. Oh, he wasn't my vengeance target. Well, that sucks. It was obviously Gabe. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, One-Eyed Mask has a timer. After you get shot by one guy, it's just that guy as your vengeance target for, what, like 10 seconds, I think? And obviously I didn't kill him in those 10 seconds, so I didn't get any boosts. That's Linfuse. He just lost to a primary. Interesting. Did I bait something with my dash? I actually almost got that to work out perfectly, but then I missed a shot, so, you know. That didn't help my case. Ooh, super. To experiment with this a little bit. That hit? That hit? Hold on, Bungie. Hold on! That hit from there? I know it didn't kill, but, like... Okay, dude, really? But, dude, okay, pause. What? I have to watch that back. That made no sense. Wait, that could be way better than I thought. As a super. Oh, my fire sprite was still there from killing the previous guy. That actually lasted a while. Down with that. Oh, it's our accusator. And of course my conditional finality does 0% of its job when I need it to. That actually kind of checks out, so I'm not even a little bit surprised, but, you know. I thought after getting off Behemoth, the shotgun bugs would be gone, but no. If you didn't know, there's a bug on Behemoth. It's been in there since the dawn of the video game, or not since the dawn of the video game, since the dawn of Stasis. That made it so, if you use your charged melee, like your dash, sometimes it would remove the damage from your bullets after that. So if I melee dashed into a gunfight and then shotgun somebody after that, like pulled out my shotgun and just shotgun them, it wouldn't do any damage. It would just like blast their face with like stasis effect or whatever. But I was hoping that would not happen on this class. That didn't reach there? Oh, I did. Oops, I suck. It did reach there. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, so I know I lost both of the games, but that's, like, obviously that's not the end goal here, since I, you know, first of all, I suck on this class first. But, more importantly, I was kind of trying to experiment and see what I can do on it. This super is insane, if you know what's going on. If I didn't get tethered as well, it would have been much better too. But that, dude, I need to rewatch that heavy attack that just like tracked like 360 degrees. That's crazy. Consecration, kind of annoying. Honestly, I might not run it. I don't know. I can't decide because I know it's like really useful for anti-super, like anti-bubble, anti-well maybe. So I guess I'll just have to find out over time. Might change nades. I don't know. Thermite grenade is definitely better in 3s than it is here in Rumble. I mean, a lot of it is better in 3s, right? But that's just because like I'm utilizing my teammates as well as pieces of cover, team shots, like something like that. Getting my barricade back through singeing, stuff like that to play reses. That doesn't come into play at all in Rumble. The hammer strike doesn't come into play. It's not as effective. It's 3 times more effective in 3s because there are 3 enemies to bait things from. But I also don't have the movement down for it. I'm used to the stasis melee where you can like go into a lane, jump up, and then activate it the same way you're looking, and then just spin around like in a circle after you activate it. But this one you have to already be looking where you want to go. So I don't know. I'll get used to it. I'll let you know how I do. Hope you enjoyed.